Shoo. It's it's about 8 or 9 o'clock at night. The sun set recently. The town itself, there's still a few people buzzing around. You hear the loud bangs of Kinmotus in his shop doing something strange. You hear the engine revving. Riker's obviously doing some kind of work as well. But you're making your way somewhere. Where is it? What are you doing?
I understand that uh, Miss Sadie's shack had pancakes earlier. I'm on my way there to
Procure.
have a few.
Yeah.
I never pay.
And like, what's your route currently look like?
Um, I don't generally have. Well, it's it's parkour mixed with you know through alleyways and under stuff that people usually don't think about because I just all the big people they move too slow, always in the way.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean
I have
you're
places, I have things to go, places to do, and if I get there soon enough, like I'll be able to get some of the flapjacks and they'll still be warm.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean you're going across, like you're climbing up walls, jumping over fences, getting up on the rooftops. Like a couple of shingles like fall down, but it doesn't actually do anything. And you're a few houses down when you hear this boom 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 boom. Blame, you motherfucker! Open the door, it's time to pay. Over. You see a house across the street, right, has these two pretty big guys. You recognize it. It's Net and Tyson, two of Jameson's boys. They're hanging over at Blame's house, trying to get payment. Boom, 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 boom. Again, you just hear it, and you see Net is just pounding his fist as hard as he can. "I'm not giving you another warner, fool." What do you want to do?
I'm just gonna watch because distractions are a good time to be me.
You see Tyson go under his coat. He's got a fairly long style suit jacket. It almost looks like it's a size too big. Like the sleeves are rolled up, right, and it kind of comes down right below his ass. See him kind of go down here, small, right? And he starts going around side, and you see him disappear in the back, the behind the house. One more time. Boom, 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 boom. It's your last time. This is not the. You're not getting any more warnings. You open the store, you pay Jameson, or your entire house is going down tonight, Blame. You have not paid for 3 months. We've given you so many warnings. You get your ass out here, and you pay, motherfucker, or you are out of this town. That's when you hear a window crash, right? And you see some lights flicker inside the house. You see a few shadows. In the meantime, Net kind of goes and leans up against the wall. Door opens. You briefly see like a dark figure. And then Net walks inside. Door closes. All the lights kind of dim down. Almost like they're putting out one candle when there's still one remaining. What to do?
Well, I'm gonna go down for a closer look. I'm not really one for violence. I don't really like it.
Yeah.
I mean, because everybody should be able to just live.
So you head down, like you kind of jump off the roof, making a way across the street, all quiet like, and you go and you find like there's one of these small windows towards the front. It's got a couple bars on it, and you kind of peek up and you look inside, and you can see there's a small lantern, like one of those oil lanterns that's kind of been
Mhm.
hanging on the wall, right? And it's been dimmed down a little bit, and you see two figures moving around. They're kind of looking. You see one of them bend and look under a piece of furniture. Looks like some kind of old couch, sofa, something like that. The other one disappears behind the back wall, and you hear like some clanging, almost like the sound of a refrigerator with milk bottles in it, kind of open and close, and then, God damn it, he's not here. Ah, oh, shit, he's probably on one of his runs. And you hear them turn around, and footsteps start coming towards the front door where you're standing. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna slip around back.
Yeah, they're coming forward, right?
It's not breaking and entering if the door is already open.
Yeah. So you get around the side, and you see that there's a fairly large one of those circle windows, right? And it looks like there's actually pieces like of clothing stuck to the glass that had been broken on it. Like he kind of dove through and ripped part of his clothes. So you wait for a little bit and you hear the door open and slam shut. You kind of hear the Net and Tyson going at it. God damn it, Jameson's gonna be so fucking pissed, man. Like, what do you want to do? Should we come back? Should we burn it? Like, I don't know. Should we just sit here and wait? They're kind of going back and forth. Net lights a cigarette, starts smoking. They're just kind of hanging out in the front. You look inside and you can see that you see into like a living room area. You see that there's some kind of a couch. There's a ton of like old papers on the floor. Like they may have tossed stuff off of a desk somewhere that you can't see. On the walls, you see a lot of like single color paintings. Like if somebody just took a color from a can of paint and just put it on a piece of paper, it's just those kind of splattered around. What do you want to do?
I'm going in.
Are you trying to be like careful, or are you just, you could see there's glass on the ground, um, trying to get around that?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get up into the windowsill and then hop to a piece of furniture.
Yeah. So I mean, you get inside, right, and you're perched right on the edge. You look down, and the moonlight's just now kind of coming in and causing these long shadows, and it like breaches right over one of the buildings, and it comes down and it silhouettes you, this tiny little figure, and you see down below there's a few pieces of glass, but nothing you can't jump over. And in the living room itself, you have a couch kind of sitting up against one wall. There's a small desk with nothing on it, like it's been brushed off, with a chair that's been tipped over. And there's just a few other random pieces of just kind of junky furniture around. But yeah, you're in this living quarter. You can see that on this wall to your right, there's another opening, like it leads to another possible hallway, another room, something like that. So you hop down and boom, you're on the floor and you're kind of looking around. The oil lantern is still on, so it's kind of causing some light to cascade, and your shadows being dragged across the floor into the living room.
Not very tall though.
Yeah, it's not going. It's a small shadow.
Well, I would personally like to, being a scrounger and a looker and a studier of people, I would I think that in their rush and in their hurry, I think that the big galoots have missed something. And they're, I've heard them talk about possibly, burning this place out, and it'd be a shame for furniture and stuff. Whatever, I don't care about that stuff. But there could be pretty things.
Yeah.
Or other things that things that could buy syrup to go with Shoo's flapjacks.
It could be. So yeah, I mean, you're going around, right, and you're checking. You check the walls, and to you, it just looks like paper with colors. I mean, would that mean anything to you? You see like one with some green stripes and another with like red dots on it.
I don't know if it means anything to me right right away. But I would like to. I'd like to read the sitch.
Well, I mean, right now it's not really it's not a charge situation. So I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
you kind of have the ability to go through. Again, like you see in here, the desk itself has a few drawers on it. There's the hallway or the exit way that kind of goes off to your right, and then you got a whole bunch of papers with just does Shoo know how to read?
No.
Yeah, it's just squiggles. It's
Yeah.
gibberish.
I know its words. I just don't know them. Actually, I like I like the colored things on the wall.
Okay.
I'm gonna take them.
Yeah, they're easy. It's like you automatically know what to do. You pop up there. A few of them you have to like stand on your tippy toes to get, and you pull them off. Like a few of them, you kind of grab them and you rip it off the nail it's on. Then you roll it up, and you get 4 of these sheets of paper with random colors on them, and you can see it like once you take those out, there's almost no more color left in the room. It's all just bland browns and dark colors, grays, and all that. So the rest again, you can see there's the desk, there's the lantern, there's a few couches here,
Yeah,
but it doesn't seem like a very wealthy place. Not like the fun places you've been to before.
I know. I'm gonna open the drawers though, because
Okay.
sometimes people tuck things in the very back of drawers, or they fall out behind drawers, or they stick under drawers.
Mm-hmm.
People are weird.
Yeah, so I mean, you go up to this desk and it has the 2 fairly deep drawers kind of on the side, and then a thinner
Mm-hmm.
drawer across the middle.
Well, first off, being my size, I'm just going to shimmy under the desk and look at the bottom and the back of the narrow drawer because I can.
Yeah, you actually when you look up there, you see a piece of string that goes across one of the corners.
Is it does it look like somebody was trying to hide it, or it's just there and somebody didn't notice it?
It definitely doesn't look like a mistake. It's pulled tight. If you have like the square bottom of the drawer, it's sitting like diagonal across the edge.
So it looks like if somebody were to open the drawer, something would
It
happen.
could be something that's attached, like if the sides of the drawers there, like it could be something that's attached across. It could be it's hard to tell. Do
I'm
you
gonna
do
pull
you,
on it. I'm gonna pull on it.
okay? Yeah, you pull the string down, and you hear a click, and then this small starts ringing. It sounds like a bicycle bell that was on a meter. Kinmotus, you're in there, right? You're banging away on something, and you start hearing this weird sound. It sounds like just this high pitched ringing sound. Walk outside, right? And you look down. You see 2 larger figures standing by a house, a few houses down.
Yeah, I recognize him. So I'm gonna walk over and ask him what's going on.
Yeah, Tyson turns around, right? Psh, the freak's coming. Yeah, Kinmotus, what do you want?
What is that annoying noise?
What the? Uh, uh, not. Go back to your place. It's not. Some Jameson's asking us to do something. You see him reach into their pocket, right, and start charging towards the door of the home that's making this.
I'm gonna stay in the area and kind of not follow them in, but like as they are entering, I'm gonna get closer.
Yeah, you see them go up to the door. Inside, Shoo, you hear these loud footsteps come up. Boom! They like hit the front of the door, and at first it doesn't open, but you can tell they're right there. In the meantime, this bell's ringing, but you've opened up the drawer, and you can see there's this small metallic box with a small key or a lock on the front side.
Ooh, that's pretty. I'm taking it.
Yeah, you get it, and just as you're pulling it up and you're putting it in the bag, the front door swings open, and you hear Net call out, the Shoo, the thing, get out!"
And I'll go running in between their legs.
Absolutely. So it sounds like you are attempting to do something under fire. They are attempting to get at you, get after you, do something towards you. So to do something under fire, you roll plus cool. On a 10 plus, you do it. On a 7 to 9, you flinch, hesitate, or stall.
Cool.
Sir.
Cool.
There we go.
Cool.
Look at that.
Oh wow.
These guys, they've been around for a while. They know your tricks. You get through Net's legs, right? He's the first one in, but boom, almost like you weren't expecting it. Tyson's right there. He grabs you by the back of the neck, picks you up. "Oh, what you got this time, little one?" He's holding you a few feet off the ground.
Flapjacks.
"Not time for pancakes, kid. What were you doing in Blame's house?"
Pictures.
God damn it. Did you break into his house?
Window was open.
"Yo, Net, what do you want to do with the runt?" Walks out. "I don't know. Check his bags." Reaches for
Plus, some of his coat is on the back window too.
you see Tyson like, check. God, didn't notice he had a few holes in his sleeves. It's like, dang it. So he's looking down, checking his coat. In the meantime, Net's reaching for your bag. He's gonna pull it off your shoulder and drop you down, go through it.
Shoe stuff. Not big stuff. Shoe stuff.
And kind of takes the bag off, throws you away.
And
Starts
when he
going through
goes to do that, I'm gonna. Out comes the little blade, and
Absolutely. So
Yeah, cut him up.
that, yeah. What's your intention here? To kill, fear, threaten? What's
shoe stuff. Not big guy with stuff. No, shoe stuff.
It sounds like
That's
you're going
just to
aggro.
remind them. It's just to remind them that just because I'm small doesn't mean that they can push me around.
Absolutely. So yeah, you're going to slice. Give me back my stuff. So roll plus hard.
Hey.
You see him kind of. You pull out the blade. All right, kid. Pulls out his gun. What you gonna do? Riker, you're in there fixing engines, right? And like this echo rings through. Ring, and like finally gets to the point. You're hearing this whole loud racket going on. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna. I guess I'm gonna go outside and see what the hell's happening. Why he's making a lot of racket? I'm trying to fix his fucking engine. And
Yeah, like you rock out, right? And first thing you notice is, Kinmotus isn't working tonight. It's kind of weird. Like it's a little too quiet. All you hear is this ringing sound. You kind of walk further into the roadway, and you look down, and you can see that there's a large figure there, kind of facing down to this small little figure. There's another large figure, kind of looking down at his sides, and then there's a very familiar, tall, muscular, faceless figure, kind of standing a few feet behind them all. You see one of the bigger guys reaching into his pocket, right, and he pulls out, and you see something kind of glint in the sign, the light of the moon, as he kind of raises it up. In his other hand, he has a bag of sorts.
I'm gonna walk up to him and ask him what the problem is.
Yeah, as you start walking up, right? Tyson looks up, sees you coming. Hey, fool. This isn't for you. Go back to your boss, Pitbull. Tell him we'll be coming there after we get this situation handled.
Why are you picking on the child?
Child, he just broke into this house. He's trying to steal some stuff. We're just trying to see what he's got. You know, we can't have this thing running around. You know, he's broken into your place. He's stolen your stuff. This is Blame's property, right? He's out doing a run. We can't have this little kid running in there jacking stuff.
Yeah, but you want to burn it all.
Shut up.
And then out comes the spear.
Into or threatening?
He's got a gun on me, so I'm threatening him with my spear.
Well, the guy that's talking right now is the one that wasn't with the gun. So
Yeah, no, I know. I was talking to him because he's right there as well, but the spear's out towards
Ned?
yeah,
Yes.
that. Are you trying to attack or are you just trying to threaten?
I'm just threatening right now. Shoe
He's
stuff
like-
his shoes.
He clicks it up. Shoo. Can I just look through your bag, make sure that you don't got anything that you're not supposed to have? You know, do you want to piss off Jameson again? You remember what happened last time? Do you remember the naughty tent? You want to go back to the naughty tent? Just let me check, make sure you don't got anything you're not supposed to have. You know, I'll let you keep some of the stuff. I always do, right? I treat you right.
Shoes things are shoes.
No.
Just give the kid back his bag.
Shoes things are Jameson's. Everything in this town is Jameson's.
No. Shoe has shoe things. Shoe has shoe places. Jameson is a big bag of wind.
All right, kid.
Shoe lives in the mother. Shoe knows things.
So, Kinmotus, you notice it first, right? Because you're watching this whole thing. You see Net drop the bag, raises his hands up to try to block little Shoo across the head and knock him out. What do you want to do? Got his hand up like...
Well, that's easy. I'm just gonna, grab that arm and hoist him off the ground
Well, I mean...
and tell him to let the little thing go.
Yeah, I mean, you're standing a little bit away, and this is all gonna happen pretty quickly. So, like, what's your plan to get to his arm to stop this? Like, are you gonna try to push Shoo out of the way, or are you trying to like quickly? I don't know. Do you have a way to get to his arm, extend your reach?
Well, I mean, I'm pretty tall. All I have to really do is take like 2 steps forward, and I can grab his arm from where I'm at.
All right. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you're trying to seize by force, right? You're trying to get his arm, get his weapon, just get him to not harm.
Yep.
But in order to do that, right, you're gonna pretty much take the blunt of whatever force he's doing. So to do seize by force, you exchange harm, but you roll hard. And so roll your hard. All right.
Stand Overwatch.
So, pull this up real quick. On 7 to 9, you get to choose 2 of the following. You can inflict terrible harm, which is a +1 harm. You suffer little harm, which is -1 harm. You take definite and undeniable control of it, or you impress, dismay, or frighten your enemy.
I'm gonna go with the second one and the fourth one, the reduced harm and the whatever the last one was.
Okay. Yeah, so you rush in there, right? And are you just you're just grabbing his arm? Trying
Yeah,
to get
it's
him to
just
stop?
containing the situation. He doesn't need to be doing that.
Yeah, you feel his arm like poof, right in there. And immediately like he kind of backs away. He didn't see you coming. Like he actually drops the gun down because of the force of you stopping. And so you will need to roll your harm, which is going to be a roll plus 0 because it's a 1 harm minus the -1 harm.
Roll harm.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
seeing
so
an actual.
you'll just do a straight 2d6 plus 0.
Okay.
I think you got an extra 1 in there.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Okay. So yeah, you're able to grab his arm, right? But he's like frightened, but the force of it, like he grabs your hand and he's holding you still. Like you guys are kind of forcing each other back and forth. You're to the point that you're not able to really move forward with any situation. But Riker or Shoo, this gun clatters to your feet, and you kind of look up, and there's these two massive arms above your head, kind of wrestling, going back and forth with each other. Tyson turns around. He's like, "God damn it! Just give the kid back his shit and let's get out of here." He goes over and kind of kicks his bag to you. "Just get out of here, Shoo."
Okay, Shoo leaving.
He goes, picks up your bag, hands it to you. You book it out of there.
Yep.
Riker, you see that there's these two kind of figures going back and forth, and you see Tyson, the one that was just talking to you, go behind him, and he pulls this little blade out and he starts walking towards Kinmotus.
Now, come on. Do we really gotta do this? There's this move it said to check out. Stand Overwatch.
Okay.
On my character sheet.
Yeah, when you stand Overwatch over an ally, roll plus cool on a hit. If anyone attacks or interferes with your ally, you attack them and inflict harm as established, as well as warning your ally. So yeah, you kind of watching the situation, you see this happening, you're like, I'm ready to take action.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Like
go ahead.
I've had my hand on my revolver and its holster on the side.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your cool.
How the...
I think the dice have they're
How?
understanding the game backwards right now.
How does it
No,
roll
you have
0?
something wrong with your character sheet.
Do I?
You do. Is it?
How do I roll a 0? I should at least have... What?
So is it
because you
anytime
have
we use
plus and
a
minus in
highlighted
there.
skill, we get an
Oh, am I not supposed to
EXP?
have those?
I don't believe so.
Well,
I
I'm
think you
supposed to
have
have...
minus. Yeah,
you're not,
you have
I'm
minus
supposed to have
one.
the
minus.
plus.
Well, now I don't know what the... Okay, hold on.
There.
I gotta look at my...
So is it every time we use a highlighted skill, we get an experience?
Yep.
Alright, so this is a minus... Okay. Okay. Now let's do that again.
There you go. So yeah,
Much better.
you clearly see him approaching. He doesn't go in for an attack, but he's definitely moving towards that way. Do you call out anything?
Yeah, I warned Kinmotus about the guy coming up behind him.
Yeah.
Well as warning your ally, inflict harm is established.
All right, so it does look like for that as well, you get to choose either inflict your harm before they can carry out their attack, or interference, and you inflict terrible harm.
Can I shoot the knife out of his hand? Is that something, or do I have to actually shoot him?
Let's
Why have to shoot him? I'll just shoot him in the hand and be like,
Yeah, I mean, if that's your intention, you'll still have to. What does your rifle do? What damage?
my pistol does +3 harm.
Thought you had your rifle out.
I don't have a rifle.
Oh.
I just have a Magnum.
Yeah, no worries. If that's your intention, yeah, you pull up your pistol, right, and you see him pull the blade out, and as he's sliding it out, you just fire one shot, cling, the knife goes out, running away. You see him turn around, fuck this shit, and he starts running away. Kinmoto or Net lets go of you. He's like, all right, I'm good. We're leaving now. Cool. We cool?
Get out of here.
All right, man. All right. They both kind of scatter off into the distance. Shoo, where did you end up running off to?
Shoo needs flapjacks.
You're just heading back up. Yeah, I mean, you find your way. You're only a few houses down, so you find your way at the Miss Sadie's house, and the smell is still coming through. You get the whiff under the front door, right? And you can hear some small chatter going on inside the house.
Shoo gonna drop down to the ground, knock on the door.
One moment, dear. Comes walking to the front door. Miss Sadie opens it. Oh, Shoo, I knew it was you. I'd recognize that door anywhere. One moment, dear. One moment. She goes back into the kitchen. You hear some clattering, right? She comes back to the front foyer, and she has a plate with 3 of these large fluff pancake-like things on it. There's a little surprise in there for you today.
Yay!
Puts them down on the ground. Well, eat up.
Yay! Shoo had a rough night.
I heard some
And it only just
clattering
begun.
down the street. Peeks out.
You know
That Kinmotus
Blame.
fellow is out and about. Makes sense.
You know Blame, right?
Yeah. I believe he's out doing something. I saw him leave a few days ago.
Probably. If he come back, though, I saved these for him.
What you got here? Oh, well, yes. He loves his artwork. There's not much more of this, and
They're thinking of burning his house. Just say. Flapjacks.
You don't say. Enjoy your pancakes, son.
Damn it, Hawk!
Goes in, kind of sets the metal thing. You taste that there's a hint of something kind of sweet. It's a dark brown in substance, and there's a few like drops of it throughout, but for the most part has a few like, standard pancakes with a few berries mixed in. She goes over and she picks up a radio. You hear some talking going on back and forth. Do you want to try to listen in?
Oh yeah, I'm totally gonna.
Yeah,
She's the gossiper of the neighborhood.
Who's good at eavesdropping? Shoo's Shoo. Nope. Notice is Shoo unless Shoo wants to be noticed.
Yeah, as you walk inside, right, you look over and you see her son sitting there. Sees you, he's like, Shoo? You know him as David. Shoo, you eat outside. Go on now. You get out of our house. Hear the radio click off. Comes out. David, be nice to our guest. You know he's just a poor child lost in his ways. Don't worry, Shoo. I have it handled. They won't be doing anything to Blame's house. It'll be fine. You'll be able to.
Okay.
You'll be able
I
to
just
sleep.
worry.
Of course. Did you like the surprise, dear?
I did. The berry's tasty.
Yeah, it's chocolate. Yes, chocolate is well, it's something from a long time ago that there's not much of it around anymore. But you know, old Grandma Sadie, she has her ways. Well, dear, that strange one, Kinmotus, is on the street, so it might be good if you stay safe tonight.
Okay, I will. Kinmotus is on the streets.
Yeah, you finish eating. She takes the plate inside. She kind of pats you on the head, and then you see her kind of wipe her hand off on the side, like she's not trying to do it purposely, but
yeah.
You leave. Ryker and Kinmotus, you guys are kind of just standing in the middle of the alleyway. You see a dim light back. Kinmotus, you see a dim light kind of open, like their doors opening back behind Ryker. A few houses down, there's a very small shadow kind of perched, and you see movement kind of going back and forth. The ringing is still kind of clattering inside this house, still kind of going on and on and on. It's getting loud and kind of annoying at this point. And that's when you see headlights kind of going past the fence in the background. And you hear this low rumbling at first, and then it kind of gets bigger and louder, and you see the shape of a large trailer, like an RV trailer, go around, pulls in the front gates, kind of goes down the road, and sees you two and kind of stops there and honks at you to move out of the way.
Well, I'm gonna head into the house and silence the incessant noise.
Just gonna sit on the porch and
Forcefully,
smoke a cigarette.
Yeah, so the RV kind of pulls around. It stops, right? It's still idling, and a guy gets out of the car. Ryker, what you doing at my house, boy?
Ed and Tyson were bullying the kid Shoo. So,
What's that got to do with my house? Did I just see that freak go in my house?
apparently they broke in.
They who? That kid get in my house?
Probably after Ed and Tyson.
Son of a bitch. Closes his door, right? It's a big, kind of portly dude, right? But he has a very muscular face, like very kind of slimmed down. He's chewing on a toothpick. You know, he leaves his RV idling, goes inside. You freak, get the fuck out of my house. See him rushing over to the desk to check. Kind of silence the bell. Kinmotus, what do you want to do?
Well, if he's silencing the bell, or at least going to its source, I'm just gonna head out.
Yeah, he kind of like bumps into you as you go by. A little bit too big. You don't know if it's on purpose or not because of his size. Goes over, like
Yeah, don't
reaches
bother
in.
me.
God damn it. That kid still looks up at the wall. Son of a... Y'all see where that kid went?
I'm just walking away in silence.
What was
Ryker.
the lady's name again?
Sadie.
No. She's making pancakes. I bet he's over there. He loves him some free food.
Alright, just get out. I gotta park the RV. Tell Pitbull I gotta bring it by tomorrow. I got something going on with the transmission, so I'm gonna need y'all to take a look at it. Stay away from my shit. You know, I don't go near yours. Don't be coming near my. You said Net and Tyson were here. Them fuckers don't know what their head is. They're asshole. They don't know none of that shit. Whatever. Fuck them. I gotta go find this kid.
Alright. I'm gonna walk down the block, but I'm gonna keep an eye on him.
Yeah, and you
Over
follow him
acid shit.
down, see him go, Mercedes' house, pound on the door. There's a little bit of a back and forth. She goes, picks up these items, you know, and he picks them up, starts walking back. You see him carrying like a few rolls of paper and some kind of metal box. He kind of nods at you and goes in his house, closes the door. You see the light turn up a bit, few, you know, clattering shadows moving, and then it's all quiet. Shoo, what do you do after you get the pancakes?
Climb up on the roof. Sit.
Yeah. Well, you see that the floodlights have gone on by Jameson's compound.
Yeah.
Always a lot of light.
Yeah, it's a lot of light. It's too bright to like. Yeah, you're kind of looking right at them, right? And you look down on the ground and you see a few forms kind of moving, congregating towards the middle.
I'm just gonna watch what happens, because that dude.
Yeah, Kinmotus, you notice the same thing. Like the night sky kind of lights up real quick, and you can recognize the floodlights just came on at the tower. You guys all kind of notice. What do you all want to do?
I head back to the garage. They want me. They know where I'm at. Back to work.
Yeah, I was kind of already headed back out to my place.
Yeah, you guys get back there, do your thing. Riker, you see that there's about 3 or 4 of these guys, and you can see they're different sized suits, and there's this gal standing up on kind of one of those old milk cartons, and she's kind of talking and giving orders and like pointing and yelling and all that kind of stuff.
Well, you gotta take orders from somebody, I guess. I'm just gonna go to work. I don't really care. None of my business.
Just what do you want to do?
I didn't. Honest, I didn't hear what you said. Somebody came in.
Yeah, no. Shoo, you see again. There's a girl kind of pointing and yapping at these 4 figures. You hear like a clanging start going as Kinmotus gets back and starts hammering away at his workshop, and the sound of tools and stuff go back on in Riker's house. After a few, go ahead.
It's just like, I'm always interested when people are making noise. Means I can move around easier.
After a few minutes, you see the larger figures, their heads kind of drop down, nod, and they kind of slink away. The lights kind of shut down. The girl gets down, picks up her little box, and goes inside, opens the front gate, goes through, closes it, locks it, puts a chain around it, walks upstairs, go inside. You see the 4 guys kind of split into 2, and they start kind of walking and patrolling around the city. But you're so high up, you look up over the rooftop, right? And you can see on one side you got the banks over the river. Used to be it's kind of dipped down. You see a little bit of white smoke coming up from the cooling plant where the water's being pureed and all that stuff. And the houses themselves, a few of them are brightly lit, like they may actually have electricity in them. There's some that are kind of darker, and then off in the distance you see past the walls. What do you see?
I see a storm. Lots of clouds rolling in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's one of those, you know it's going to be a super windy storm, which is going to bring dust and everything with it. You can tell because the shape of the clouds, it's almost rolling as it's coming towards you, and you can see the bit of dust particles kind of already being brought up and the moonlight coming through it. But what's the landscape itself kind of look like from where you're at?
It's very, a lot of scrub brush. We live in an area where there still is something that resembles a water table, even though it's hard to tap into, but nature finds a way. So it's not just all just dirt and dust. There is some scrub grass and stuff like that, but there's nothing that really holds too much. And once you get more than probably 50 yards from where the river used to be, even that disappears.
Yeah, it's almost as you saw it, right? The wind starts picking up, and you start hearing the siren goes off. It almost sounds like an old air horn for air raids and stuff. starts going up, and boom, all the lights around you start going off. Like people are putting down shutters, they're nailing up boards and stuff, they're preparing, and you know that this dust storm, when it comes in, it's almost impossible to breathe outside. What do you want to do?
I am actually going to I'm gonna withdraw into Mother's Heartbeat, because I know that these storms can be bad.
Ryker and Kinmotus, you hear the same thing. Like the air raid siren starts off low. Right, Ryker, you look up and you see the moon is starting to get overcast. So these rolling clouds start coming in, and you start hearing the light little as particles of sand start hitting your front window, your front door. What are you guys doing?
Gonna start closing up the windows and shutting the garage down and securing everything inside.
Yeah, Kinmotus, you're in there and you're clanging, bing, 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 and you stop because you just hear something, and the air raid siren goes off, and the same thing, you start hearing this sound as dust starts hitting your back wall.
Yeah, my first thing, I always kill the forge, get it put down, so that way it's not still burning all night. And the shack that I have is set up to where I basically just have to panel the door as soon as I go in, and I'm good. So I continue working for just a little bit till it really starts to pick up, which is pretty quick. So I'm inside pretty quick.
Yeah. All of you guys are inside, and you hear this wind pick up, and it starts whistling louder and louder and louder, and then like a wave hitting into you, just hear the loud sounds of sand and dust hitting the sides of your fence and your walls and your windows and your doors, and trying to come through. Kinmotus, you stop, right? You start kind of putting your tools away, get ready to not let the dust and anything in, and you swear you hear laughter as you go to the window to check it. This sound of nails going across your back wall ripples across the inside of your house, and we'll see what happens next time we play.
Woohoo! Oh, do you want me to roll to enter the weird before we end?
It would probably be a good thing if I...
Actually, one of my moves.
Let's see, Mr. Shoo. When you withdraw into the world... Come on. Oh, I thought the Mother's Heartbeat was the name of your den.
No, it's an actual thing.
So yeah,
I'm
go
a
ahead.
creepy little
Roll
thing.
roll your weird, and tell me kind of what this looks like.
Oof. There you go.
Well, what it looks like is basically Shoo, kind of wherever Shoo's at, kind of sits down, and those around, Shoo's not really making any noise, but Shoo actually starts emitting this like low spectrum hum, and then he literally, Shoo basically quivers for a moment and then is gone. Shoo doesn't usually use it where people can see, because Shoo is, that's how Mother protects Shoo.
Yeah. Well, what are your two that you pick?
I'm going to be able to still watch and hear what's happening where I was, and I'm going to reemerge safe in my den.
Sweet. Oh, come on. Why'd you have to crash just then, Adobe? I need you. I need you for my books, man. Don't know nothing without my books.
Yeah, my Adobe's been doing some weird stuff lately. Like every time I have it open, it just the working circle just stays on.
Quite annoying.
Glad I'm not the only one who has that issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So.
In fact, mine just crashed.
Wow, all at the same time. So yeah, we know a little bit about our town. We got a storm rolling in and some weird stuff on the wind. And so we're gonna do the session end move. At the end of session, choose a character who knows you better than they used to. If there's more than one, then choose one at your whim. Tell that player to add +1 to their history with you on their sheet. If it brings you to +4, they reset to 1 and mark experience. We'll also kind of discuss a little secret or shared knowledge between the two of you. So, Ryker, who do you feel knows you better? If you feel no one knows you better, then choose a character who doesn't know you as well as they may have thought, and tell that character to -1 on their.
I think Kinmotus knows me better. You know, he knows I have his back. I'm not paying him for it.
Yeah. Sounds good. So mark up 1 history for Ryker there, Kinmotus. And Shoo, how about you?
I don't know if anybody. I don't really think anybody knows Shoo any better. But I definitely think Kinmotus knows. Doesn't realize that Shoo can take care of Shoo's self. It's not that Shoo doesn't appreciate, but you know, if everybody always comes to Shoo's aid whenever, you know, Shoo seems to be in trouble, then Shoo becomes fat and lazy. So
yeah, Ryker, go ahead and take -1 on your history.
Kinmotus.
Oh, Kinmotus. Yeah.
I didn't do anything until
He walked up and pulled out his gun.
Shot a knife.
tried to knife somebody in the back who couldn't defend themselves. That's when I get angry.
All right, and Kinmotus, how about you?
I'm gonna have to say Riker's gonna have to take a -1
Why is that?
for thinking that I couldn't take a knife in the back and keep moving.
I have no history.
Awesome. All right. Well, not a lot happened, but I think that's going to be kind of how Apocalypse World is, right? Like, shit's going to get bad and it's going to get really bad, but doesn't always have to get deadly. So, before we end, any questions, concerns, things we need to change, update, anything like that?
Get an experience for rolling a highlighted stat.
Every time you do.
I have 1 experience.
All right, everybody have fun?
Yeah, I had a good time.
All right, awesome. Well, that's the end of our first session then. We will be back in 2 weeks to do it again. And next time it'll be a little quicker. We'll basically, when we start up, we'll do our lifestyle. If we're doing any gigs, anything like that, we'll do that real quick. But yeah, we're gonna figure out what this storm is bringing in. All that fun stuff. So, thank you to Spoon, Hawk, and Phazon for playing this game.
Thanks for
really
running,
excited
sir.
for it. It's gonna be fun. But I guess we'll see you all in about 2 weeks. Take care, YouTube.
Catch you later.